So we decided to go through our entire eBay store and look through every single listing that we have on there. We're doing this not just to try to generate some sales, but we have stuff in there, honestly, that when we first started, we were just kind of throwing things up into our store to try to just get some listings in there. Some of these things are really low price. Like we have stuff in there from like $2 to $5 listed. We don't want that kind of stuff in our store anymore. There's also stuff in there like plushes and stuff like that that are not new, and they're not like top quality that we're looking for now in our listings, now that we're a little more experienced. So we decided to go through there and touch every single listing. Not only that, is we're going through all of our inventory here. We're gonna go through every single box and touch every single item that we have in here. We're gonna recomp everything because I noticed that we did that on a few items, and some of the items we had listed were really high priced. The prices have changed since we've listed them. So for the last 2 days, we literally been spending like 8 hours a day going through every single box here and revising each listing, changing the titles around, changing a couple pictures here and there. And over the last 2 days, I think we had 5 or 6 sales already from just doing that one thing. And we actually have, I'm gonna go ahead and pull it now. We actually have an order that just sold. This is one of the items that actually just sold from readjusting the price. It's actually in this box down here because we just inventoried it and we're trying to get better at naming all our boxes and stuff like that. So this one should be in here. It's a brand new shirt, still has tags on them. I believe it's this one right here. So this one is a Bucky sweater. It's already packed away in the bag, so I'll show you a picture of the listing that we had up there. But I think this was originally priced at $20. We lowered it all the way down to $15, and we ended up accepting a best offer of $14 on this one. So this is one that's going out today as part of this whole overhaul that we're doing. And everything else that we sold already got shipped out either this morning or last night. One of those things was this Chewbacca plush. I think we had this thing listed at like $15. We brought it down to $9 and it sold, I think, within a couple hours. And then we have these Disney Mickey ears. We lowered the price a little bit on this, and I think we changed the title, and these sold for $17. Both of those sales were over on Mercari. Then we had this shirt that sold over on Poshmark. We had this thing listed a bit higher, but we adjusted the price down to what the comps are selling for now, which was around $10. And this one sold almost immediately after adjusting the price as well. And then over on eBay, we had this blazer sale for $14.24. So none of these are huge sales as far as dollar amount goes, but these are the type of listings that I'm talking about that we're trying to get better at moving forward. They're not very high priced items, so we kind of just wanted to move these out and start fresh. That's why we're trying to get all this stuff that looks like a huge mess back here, which is taking up our whole slide back here in the RV. So we're trying to get this down to hopefully manageable, so we're able to just stack it up on the slide here and it's not sticking out like it was before. So that's going to be our task for the next 2 or 3 days, to try to get this all the way down. And then also one thing that we're going to try today, I saw this on another video from the Golden State Picker. We actually have, let me turn the camera around here. We actually have this box here that we're going to ship out. It's a box of VHS. Now, I don't know if you can see how big the box is, but there's over 100 VHS tapes in here, and this thing weighs like 65 pounds. And I heard in Golden State Picker's video that you can actually separate this into multiple boxes. I know it's kind of a process. I haven't tried it yet, so we're gonna try that in today's video to see if we can get that done. It's gonna help us out in the future for any heavy packages that we have. And maybe if you have any heavy packages that you have to ship out, this might help you out as well. So we're gonna try that in today's video, and hopefully we get some more sales while we're recording this. And this is some of the stuff that we already kind of cleared out here. All these things that we did have listed in the store, we ended up taking down because they just weren't worth listing. So we have like a bunch of plush. I mean, even though they were in good condition, they just weren't worth listing as far as the dollar price goes. I think these are selling for like $4 each. This one we had listed. And all this stuff was just free pickup. So we didn't pay for any of this stuff. All this stuff was part of free pickups that we've done over the months. You know, like baby toys, all these things were just not worth keeping up there. They weren't gonna make us a huge profit. They were just taking up space in our store. So we figured we're just gonna take this down to donate. We're hoping to find like some type of toy drive, or maybe create our own toy drive, especially because it is getting close to Christmas and there's a lot of kids that can actually use this stuff. We're gonna end up getting rid of all these VHS here. This is just a crate full of VHS without any of the sleeves on them. There's a bunch of them here. We're just gonna end up donating these again unless we find somewhere good to put them to good use. But so far, this is all the stuff that we have that we took down from our store that we're just gonna end up getting rid of. All right, so it's the next day now. Yesterday, we kind of left off going through the rest of the stuff that we had. We had so much to go through, we stopped recording. So now we're back here, and we actually had 2 more sales come through, and these are, or one of these sales is part of the revamping that we were doing. We kind of adjusted the price on this item, and it sold surprisingly over on Poshmark. It is this part of a New Wave oven. If you've been following along, you saw that we purchased a whole New Wave oven system, and we decided to part it out, so we're already in the profit on this item. This one sold for $13 over on Poshmark. There's a $2.95 fee. With taxes and all that taken out, we're making $10 profit on this one. All we have left on the whole New Wave oven are these couple pieces here. We have like the base, we have, or that's like a cooking tray. We have the little grill, and then we have the plastic base. All this stuff is already listed separately. Again, we're already in the profit. We already sold the big main parts of the oven. So that's one sale that we had. And then we had an eBay sale. So this is another women's blazer that sold for us over on eBay. This one comes with a pair of shorts, so it's a set there. That one sold for $16 plus shipping, so we'll probably end up making like $11 after all the fees. That one we're just gonna go ahead and put into one of these poly bags. That one's gonna be a nice easy one to ship. This one's gonna be a little different. We're gonna have to wrap this with a lot of packing paper, put it in a box, and stuff it with even more packing paper. I'll probably show you how we do that here in a second once we do pack this up, because we want to get these orders shipped out today. So we're making good progress here. I know it probably doesn't look like it, but we're almost there. I think we have 2 more tubs worth of stuff to go through. Take some of that stuff down, get rid of, and then reorganize all this, put everything back, and we should be all done. But so far we're happy with the results. We have, I think, 7 or 8 sales already just in the last 2 days from taking all this stuff down and relisting. So it's kind of paying off so far. Like I said, it's not huge dollar signs, but we're moving all the old stuff out of the store, getting ready for all the new stuff that we're putting in. And I don't think I mentioned yet our new metrics that we're looking for moving forward when we're out thrifting and sourcing. We're looking for items with at least a 50% sell-through rate, and it has to make us at least a $15 profit after all the fees and stuff are taken out. So obviously most of this stuff right here does not hit those metrics, and that's why we just want to move all this stuff out and start fresh. So that's where we're at right now, and then we're gonna do those VHS, see if we can separate that into different boxes and get that shipped out. But so far I'm happy with where we're at, and we're making good progress. So I have all this packing paper here. We're just gonna wrap this thing. We have probably half a pound to work with as far as weight goes. So we're not gonna go easy on the packing paper. We're gonna wrap this thing up to make sure it gets there safely. So the actual oven is nice and protected. We're also gonna add a layer on the bottom of the box and also on top. And then obviously we'll stuff the sides with packing paper as well. So this thing is gonna be a tight fit with all the packing paper, but it's gonna go right in there like that. You can see this box is almost perfect. It will still close. So we still have like the sides here and this to work with. So we'll just go ahead and stuff all this down. So that's packed all the way to the top with paper here, and it's still able to close. And we're gonna weigh it, see if it doesn't go over 6 pounds. Because on Poshmark, they give you up to 5 pounds. Unfortunately, this went over. This was 5.3 before the packing paper went in. So now we're just hoping to keep it under 6 pounds. So let's go ahead and weigh this thing and see what it comes in at. So we have this thing on the scale, and look how much room we have to work with here. We're at 5 pounds, 15.5 ounces. So we only have half an ounce to work with, but it's all packed up. All we got to do is seal it up and throw a label on it. Unfortunately, we had to pay the extra $4.50 on Poshmark for the extra pound, but we're good to go now. We're still making a profit on it. And luckily this one right here is a lot easier, going in this poly mailer. So those 2 shipments are ready to go. So here's what I decided to do on the VHS. So I took it out of that big box that we had it in. The big box alone weighed about 60 pounds. So what I did, I just broke it down into 2 smaller boxes. This one is a 2 of the bigger boxes. This one alone weighs about 40 pounds. And then I put the overflow VHS into this one, and this one weighs about 25 pounds. So what I'm gonna do here is I'm just gonna order a label through pirate ship. The way I wanted to show you guys is not gonna work because this is not listed on eBay. So I'm just gonna purchase 1 label on pirate ship for the 40-pound box, and then another label for the 25-pound box. But since this is gonna be through pirate ship, let me put the clip in here of the Golden State Pickers video explaining how to do this.
Now, how do you ship this? Many people are going to go, hey, how do you do it? First, it goes medium mail. Second, you need the proper boxes. So it's a 2-box shipment. It's almost impossible to ship them in one because of the weight. And the first box weighed 59 pounds. Second box weighed 38 pounds. What you do is you print the first label just like it's one item. So if it's the 59-pound box, you print that label. Then you go back into your solds and you drop down and find the item again. Click the little drop down menu and put purchase another label. Then you weigh the second box, measure it, and that's the measurements you put in on the second label. Put that on the box. Now you have 2 labels.
So the last 2 sales of the video are going to be eBay sales that just came through. Number 1 is this set of 2016 Happy Meal toys that we picked up at a yard sale for $2. We actually picked this lot up with another set of toys. So in reality, we paid probably about $1 for this set. It sold over on eBay for $44.35 plus shipping. This one sold in just about 10 days or so. So we're making about a $40 profit on this set. And sale number 2 is going to be this book that we got from the free book pickup on Facebook Marketplace. This one actually sold for $46 plus shipping on eBay. So this one is all pure profit. Obviously minus the gas that we went to go pick up these books. But we've already sold a few books from this book haul, so this is pure profit here. So those are going to be the last 2 sales. And obviously this video was filmed over 3 days, I believe. So these are not all 1 day worth of sales. These are about 2 or 3 days worth of sales here. But this is the total that we made off all of the sales in today's video. And as far as a progress on working inside, so here's where we're at after 5 days. Monday through Friday, almost 8 hours a day doing this. We got everything for the most part packed onto the slide here. This box and this box are packing materials. They're like the bubble mailers, so those are going to be gone. All the rest of the stuff we're still looking through, and we're going to put back there with all the other stuff. So all in the front of the RV there, we have all of our inventory covered here, and then we have all this walkway that we cleared up. Before it was all the way up to here, so we can barely even walk through here. But this is where we have it so far. By the end of either today or tomorrow, we should have all this stuff cleared off of here, and it'll be all put back over there with the rest of the stuff. So I do believe that touching each listing and revising either the title, the pictures, or the price did make a huge difference on the sales in today's video. So let me know if this is something you've done in the past, or maybe it's something that you want to go ahead and do moving forward. I do gotta say, it's a lot of work. We spent Monday through Friday about 8 hours a day on average going through everything. So it was quite a bit of labor, but I think it did make a difference. So that's gonna do it for today's video. I appreciate you guys watching, and I'll see you guys on the next one.